Hello folks, good evening and welcome back to Heroes Lounge Season 8. We are here with another Heroes Lounge best of 3 from round 4. We're going to be looking at On Azure Wings going up against Team Moon Moon tonight. And I just realised I didn't sort the logos out. That's my bad. Let's quickly do that. Nothing to see here, folks. So I'm all on my own, so it's going to be a little bit more of a casual cast tonight. Because I've been doing a lot of talking today already. This is my second best of 3 on my own. So looks like we're getting our teams up into the lobby here, and we've got some maps we've got a map picked for game 1. Azure Wings did win the coin toss and banned out Curse Hollow. Moon Moon responded with a ban on Dragonshire, and we have seen Volskaya picked as our first map here for this best of 3. So there's a lot of spam in my lobby here. Looks like the teams are having a bit of fun already, so that's good to see. Let's see though, because we are due to start the match a couple of minutes ago. Let's see if people are ready. Okay. So it looks like we've got Moon Moon confirming they're ready, and it looks like now we've got both the teams good to go. So we are going to jump straight on into the draft of our first game here on Volskaya Foundry here. So let's get some betting running for this game, because I know there's some probably some fans of both teams in chat here, and it's working. Check that out. Excellent. So we have got bet running. You can bet on your favorite team or whichever team you think has put together the best draft, whichever you think is going to be more important here, with exclamation mark bet space and then A for On Azure Wings and B for Team Moon Moon. Hey Mac, hey Tylon, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in today, folks. Stitches is certainly going pretty hard on the spam, I can tell you that much. Interestingly, it looks like Moon Moon banning out Genji and Medivh. As far as I know, those are the 2 favorite heroes of Fizz on Azure Wings here. So gonna be interesting to see what they end up putting him on with his. As far as I'm aware, his 2 preferred heroes now having been removed. But the bans from Azure Wings focusing the front line here, with the Diablo and Anubarak banned out. But first pick Jaina. That's a very high priority to put on that hero. I mean, Jaina's a decent hero, provides some good wave clear. 9 out of 10 games with Stitches. He is drunk. Well, we're going to see possibly Stitches on Stitches right here, as Stitches to Rand are the picks from Azure Wings in the first rotation. I shall do what I must. Tyrael Alex, wowza. Okay, so pretty aggressive, potentially quite explosive setup from Moon Moon here, with the potential for that judgment coming out of Tyrael. Obviously, Alex provides a lot of power with that Dragon Queen cooldown, even early in the game, so it can help you win early objectives. Oh dear, seems like... let's see if we can... give out some points to everybody that's here. Yeah, there we go, so people can get some bets in. Don't want people to be unable to bet. That always feels bad. But you do earn points just by watching the stream, so you will gain points while you're here. Assassin's coming out, and that is a lot of damage here from On Azure Wings. Reyna and Orphea are the pickups. Definitely a lot of threat now on the side of Azure Wings, both in terms of Stitch's hook and the follow-up that they have to that, but also in terms of sort of combos in team fights with Orphea landing crushing jaws on multiple targets and just exploding huge amounts of damage. But with Sonya and Greymane rounding out the composition for Moon Moon here, that's pretty scary. Tyrael, Sonya, Greymane diving in, possibly now with a Sanct, might be the way that they choose to take that. Can be very scary, can easily blow somebody up and use the Sanctification to prevent any counter kill from being carried out, and then snowball team fights from there. So definitely very threatening. Now the Arthas pickup here from Azure Wings as their solo, I do like that a lot. Very strong against the Greymane, makes it much more difficult for Greymane to dive in on somebody and actually get his damage done. So we've got the comps here. We'll have to see how they play out because we're going through into the game. But I have to say, I do like the idea that Team Moon Moon seem to have come into this draft with, which is basically aggression. I mean, they've got a lot of wave clear. Jaina and Greymane both provide great wave clear. Judgment, Leap, Cursed Bullet, that's also an option, Cylon. Yeah, I mean, they can definitely blow somebody up with that series of moves for sure. I mean, that'll delete anybody. So that's absolutely a possibility as well. But the Arthas should do a lot of work providing peel for Azure Wings. So we'll just have to see how these teams are able to maneuver in team fights. I think if the front line of Moon Moon are able to get onto the back line of Azure Wings, they should just be able to demolish them. Whereas, you know, Arthas and Stitches, if they're getting in on a Jaina or an Alexstrasza, they're going to be able to do some work, but they're not going to be able to explode them in the same way that the Tyrael, Sonya, Greymane can. So we'll have to see. But the hooks could be very telling as well. If you can get a decent amount of pickoffs with those hooks, you can definitely be in a good spot. But we're now into the game. We do have a pause here. Hopefully we won't be too long. But we'll introduce the teams nonetheless. On the left-hand side here, in blue, it is On Azure Wings, captained by Celestina on the Tyrande. Reyna will be played by Jolla here, who is currently DC'd. Stitches on Stitches, very kindly making things simple for us. Fizz bringing out the Orphea here, whilst Buttnut is playing Arthas in the solo lane. On the right hand side in red, as these teams are getting some good banter going on, it is Team Moon Moon. Arakun, clearly a fan, supporting them. You do still have time to get bet in on Team Moon Moon if you want, Arakun. You've got not very long. Got about 10 seconds, but you can bet on your team if you want. It's going to be Proximo playing Tyrael, Torask on the Alexstrasza, Poppin Fresh on Greymane, Yimek playing the Sonya, and Maladriel playing Jaina. So, now we're just waiting for our reconnection to come through here for Azure Wings. And that's the window closed. So I'm afraid anybody that still wanted to bet, you've missed your chance. You're going to have to get in a bet on next game instead. Okay. We will restart the game right now. And here we go on into game 1 of the best of 3. Drunk game, nice. Ertu missed the chance. Feels bad, man. Well, there will be another game at least. So you will have another opportunity to bet on these teams, but I guess you'll get to scout out how they're performing in game 1 first of all. So, interesting note here. We do see the Eternal Hunger quest on level 1 from Arthas. Does provide a lot of extra mana, which is nice. Getting additional mana reduction off that trait. Nice pick-off or catch onto the Tyrael. The hook does connect. Arthas is there with the roots to follow up. And a lot of damage goes through, but Tyrael is still able to jump out of there, of course, with his Q. They were not able to lock him down for long enough to deny that. Now, we see Fizz looking at, getting some damage done, and he does do so. We're seeing the E-quest here, Flames of Fury for Alex, so looking to stack that one up. We'll keep an eye on that as it goes on. Only other one that sort of stands out for me here is we do have Winter's Reach here from Jaina, looking to provide a little bit of longer range poke, but sacrificing a lot of mana sustain and actually some damage as well from the Globe quest. So interesting choice to see that. Means Jaina's going to be looking to stand further off and get poke with that Frostbolt spam. I expect we may see Q on 1, 4, and 7 to really spam out those long range bolts. We may also possibly see one of the other mana regen or sort of mana sustain talents at 4. That is possible. Pick off here, nicely done by On Azure Wings, but unbeknownst to them, Alexstrasza was almost a distraction there, as Team Moon were securing a heal camp, which has the potential to be a big impact during the next, or the first, I should say, objective here. So small margin of XP lead gained by Azure Wings with that kill, but definitely gonna make things a little bit tougher for them to win the first objective. And they were already up against an Alex, right? Which makes that first objective very difficult to control, because once Alex pops that Dragon Queen, trying to fight into that is really not where you want to be. So can make things pretty awkward. Now, good stacks coming in from Alex here, getting those repeated hits with Flame Buffet, up to 9 stacks already, only 3 minutes into the game. So if she can keep that up, they'll get that quest completed pretty soon. Now, I like that Azure Wings did not let Moon secure any percent on the objective. Again, you know, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but Alex Strasser with the Dragon Queen is a big control tool over the first objective. So letting the team with Alex get the head start there is often just guaranteed to lose the objective in the long run. Here comes the engage though. Proximy goes in, the heal camp comes down. Greymane diving in on Orphea here. Gets a lot of damage done, but Arthas doing his job keeps Greymane back, but not for long enough. And Arthas himself goes down there. That's going to allow Moon to take over the control point for the objective. Alex is going to provide a lot of that good out-of-combat healing to sustain the team up. Now, the good news for Azure Wings is that both items on the side of Moon got used in that fight. The bad news is Moon have already picked up another turret camp. Greymane giving them really good ability to clear those quickly. But Azure Wings, Arthas is back and they're looking to re-engage. The turret goes down, gets killed off very, very quickly. But there's the Dragon Queen and Arthas goes down again. Tyrande also dropping low, but gonna survive here. Reyna and Orphea separated out from the team, which meant that although Stitches landed a nice hook there, the follow-up wasn't there. And that's going to be the objective going over to Team Moon. We will close and open the talent tab at various points during this game, folks. No sweat. I got you covered. Objective pushing in on the mid wall as we would expect. A lot of good damage dealt by Azure Wings here, though. Doing some good work, getting the Punisher down to 40% already. It is now got its sights set on that top well. It is going to be enough, I think. The well doesn't actually go down, but oh, the nice pick off here, and Jaina taking a full Orphea combo. And Fizz not letting up. They're chasing hard. Tarask, though. Oh, the stun connects, and that's another kill. The hook connects as well. Proximo just barely able to evade death there. Nice reply by Azure Wings, as they do lose some structures. They do lose the well in top lane, which is definitely bad for them. But they get a double kill. They recoup some of that XP. And they didn't lose any forts. Proximo still... wow, that was down. I believe that briefly went under 10 HP when the slam connected there. That couldn't have been much closer. That could not have been much closer. Nice play by both teams there. But Azure Wings secure themselves the heal camp this time around, which they've got to be pretty happy with. And both teams have now hit that level 10. But, oh, it's Judgment. It's Judgment coming in from Tyrael here. And it is Leap. It's Go for the Throat rather than Cursed Bullet, though. So we're going to see all three of those frontliners hard diving onto the Azure Wings backline. And I think it's going to be really tough for Azure Wings. They're going to have to find ways to initiate team fights in their favor, because if they just take the fight, I feel like they are going to get blown up. There's the Judgment. There's the Leap, all coming in onto Orphea there, and the blow up is real. That is even the healing camp. Azure Wings do secure the healing camp, but Ring of Frost nearly securing follow-up kills there from Jaina did land very nicely, but Azure Wings were able to force the remainder of Team Moon back. Fizz does have a B button after all.
I'm starting up an access terminal.
I'm confused. I'm sorry, Tom. But welcome. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Hope you're enjoying the show. Here we go. Potentially some more brawling. Oh no, looks like Azure Wings don't want any of that. They just want to clear the waves and get XP. Now, we have seen the... Oh, nice hook again. Really good hooks coming out from Stitches on the Stitches. Managing to connect those with Jaina a good amount. Stream is lagging, by the way. Doesn't look like it from my side. I'm not dropping any frames. Another hook connects, and there's the follow-up stun. Tyrande even coming in with the Lunar Flare. Oh, Fizz was wandering around on 0 mana. I didn't catch that, Dom. Good spot. Dude, yeah, I get what you're saying then. So, we do see another pick-off by Azure Wings. Not only is that going to allow them to secure a lot of this second objective in their favor, they're also going to try and take a heal camp. Alex is not here. Oh, the holy... Wow, okay, the Ring of Frost comes in. There's the Judgment, and that's going to be Reyna blowing up. Greymane follows up. Tyrael goes down, but I don't think it's enough. Fizz on the Orphea. Very, very low. Does go down. Stitches, very much so, separated from his team. Gonna fall as well. Great team fight by Team Moon Moon there, as they do secure a quad kill, 4 for 1. It kind of froze for like 1-2 seconds once or twice. Okay, sorry. I don't know whether that's a Twitch thing or what, but hopefully it's running okay. Definitely the readouts on my side are looking okay. But we do see Arthas very lonely in this Triglav Protector. Only 30 seconds left on the clock. He does pick up a friend in Jolla here. And they're going to look to try and maybe get something done on this bottom wall. But 20 seconds and counting. They need to be careful. The HP on the Protector is actually just getting shredded as they are getting attacked by 5 members. I think there may be kills about to happen here. The stun comes in from Leap. Judgment as well. Reyna very low. Does juke the Ring of Frost, but will fall in the end. And Orphea wasn't here. This is now a 5v4. Butner on the Arthas does take another hit from Alex's Dragon Queen. And that is a double kill. Team Moon Moon hitting the level 16 talent spike as well. And this is tough times for Azure Wings here. Really, really good plays by Team Moon Moon. Managing to secure kills in those situations. And over these last 2 team fights, really putting themselves noticeably ahead in this game. That being said, their XP lead isn't huge, and they haven't yet secured any forts on their opponent's side of the map. So, Azure Wings, very much so, definitely still in this. They just need to find the angles, find the opportunities to try and win some fights. First of all, of course, they need to hit that level 16, which they are diligently working on, soaking the lanes, getting the camps as well, and making sure they're trying to pick up as much XP as they possibly can here. And that level 16 is about to kick in for them, and they've managed to not give up anything else. Now, that being said, big rotation coming in from Team Moon Moon. They see Azure Wings responding to the camp on the top side, and they are looking for Arthas. There's the leap, there's the judgment, there's the go for the throat, and that is even a Lich King cannot survive all of that, and that is going to give Team Moon Moon the opportunity to grab their first fort, well, the first fort of this game. And that's going to mean additional passive XP. It's going to mean additional pressure with the intermittent or the periodic catapult spawns, and we'll have to see. Now, we did just see the hook coming out there from Stitches, and I noticed it seemed to go a very long way, and we do see at 13, obviously there have been some reworks to the talents on Stitches, but at 13 he's now picking up that fishing hook talent. So though that threat of those long-range pickoffs, those hooks securing kills for the team, has just become that much worse. Sorry, I did mean at 16. Has become that much worse as now those hooks can really come out of nowhere because they have got such long range. So that is a very scary threat. There we go, hook coming in onto Sonya, but it is Sonya. That looks like Nerves of Steel got popped there, so that is a good hit for... Oh, here it comes though. There's the judgment. The friendly hook pulling Reyna out, but that left Arthas all on his own in the middle of the enemy team, and he ended up going down. Oh, the crushing jaws, can it be enough? Tyrande goes down, but so does Alex. Reyna goes down. Greymane falls. Fizz on the Orphea. The only one with much health left in this fight other than Jaina. But it looks like between them, Team Moon Moon will be able to close that fight down, secure a full team wipe onto Azure Wings, and of course that's going to get them, well, it's certainly going to get them a very large percentage of the objective. However, Arthur's up in 5. You know, we're still not level 20 yet, so the death timers are not as long as they might be. But we see Team Moon Moon maximizing what they can do on the map here. Sonya grabbing their opponent's camp and getting a turret item. Tyrael grabbing the friendly side one as well. So they're gonna have 2 turrets. And if Azure Wings want to try and make a play to contest this objective, they're also, I would just, okay, they're not going to do that. So the objective goes over to Moon Moon. We do see players with the items getting in the Protector is an interesting one. Not sure I love that play. No frontline now for Team Moon Moon outside of the Triglav. So they're going to have to be a little bit careful. There, a big hook comes out, just barely gets dodged by Alex and Jaina. Really nice plays by them. Can't have had much wanting on that hook. Oh, Stitches. The Greymane turns onto him, as does the Protect. Oh, that is a 3-man Ring of Frost. This is disastrous for Azure Wings as 3 members go down. The keep falls, and it looks like Moon Moon want to close this one out here. The Protector is very low on health. It's going to go down any moment, but I'm not sure if the 2 members of Azure Wings can actually defend. Doesn't look like it. Judgment and Leap even being used down onto Orphea here. Even the Ariat Crater that they picked up at level 20, as well as the Angel of Justice. That's going to be it. Good game, well played by both the teams, but Team Moon Moon with the very aggressive composition. In the early to mid game, everything looked very much even between the teams. The aggressive plays in the team fights by Moon Moon being balanced out, I guess, by Azure Wings securing multiple picks with hooks and you know, with strong pick plays. But as we got into the later portion of the game, really... Oh, that's the wrong side. That's the wrong side. Sorry, folks. The score is, in fact, a lie. Yeah. On Azure Wings, not able to actually hold their own in the late game team fights against the very heavy dive pressure that Moon Moon were bringing to bear. And that's going to be it for game 1. But of course, we're not done. This is a best of 3. So we're going to get to see at least one more game between these teams. Azure Wings have elected to take first pick in the draft for game number 2. So we will be looking over to Team Moon to pick their favorite map to see if they can close this one out. Here we go. Looks like they've found the thing, and it appears that they know exactly which map they want to take us to, and it is the most favored, most standard, whatever you want to call it, Heroes Lounge map in Infernal Shrines. So I'm just getting the lobby for that one set up. Won't take, hopefully, very long at all. And we can get jumping into game 2 here very shortly. Looks like we are waiting for the Moons here. Nope, here they come. Nice, okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, looks like we're wasting no time. Both teams jumping straight into the lobby. Happy to see that. Sorry for the typing, folks, but I need to communicate with my teams. I have no co-caster to do that for me. So just checking whether they are good to go. Don't want to jump in before they're ready, of course. And the banter continues. Oh dear. Let's do this. Okay, folks, we are going to jump on into game number 2 of this best of 3, going into Infernal Shrines with Team Moon versus on Azure Wings. Right, let's get another bet running as well, because I know some people missed out their chance last time around. There we go. Alright, folks, so we're jumping into game 2 here, and it is going to be Azure Wings with the first pick here on Infernal Shrines. They are going to look to ban, I think they banned Diablo and Anubarak last game. Can't quite remember. But still sticking with bans onto the front line here. and Team Moon Moon sticking with bans onto Fizz. And Jaina gets removed, as does Diablo. So, we're seeing the bets coming in thick and fast on Team Moon Moon. Mac, you better hope Celestina doesn't see that, dude. Gonna be first pick Tyrande here, coming in from on Azure Wings, still wanting to stick with that pick, and I can't fault them. I think Tyrande is very good at the moment. Well, now a double pick coming in from Moon Moon, and no Jaina, but they're going to grab Dahaka, which is interesting. Not like this isn't the sort of premium map you expect to see Dahaka on, although he is good on it. And Deckard Kane definitely strong around the objective on the map, but I did wonder whether we might see a return to the Alex from TMM. That did work very well for them last game. Now we're going to see Stitches once again from Azure Wings, and it's going to be Gul'dan coming in as their first damage dealer. The Lord of Terror supports aggression. Trash talk is best talk. Nice. Well, there's a lot of best talk going on in this lobby then. I can tell you that for sure. Looks like Fizz not happy with the Medivh ban coming out again from Team Moon Moon. Banning out the Anub again. I do like that. I mean, I can imagine similar to the comp from last time. Anub'arak provides a very similar role to the Tyrael in that scenario. So I can imagine Team Moon Moon having some good success with the Anub. And it's going to be Malthael coming in as the solo laner here on Shrines from Azure Wings. I do like that choice by them. Going to provide some decent pressure on Dahaka. And here we get the Zeratul as the last pick. Got to assume that's going to be Fizz on that one. And yeah, definitely a hero that I think he's going to be comfortable on. Whether he can actually apply pressure to Deckard and the backline from Team Moon Moon, I mean, that remains to be seen. What I am concerned about, I guess, for Azure Wings here is they don't have the most solid front line to defend their Gul'dan and Tyrande. It's all very well Malthael and Zeratul being able to dive in onto the enemy team, but if Stitches can't peel and protect for Gul'dan and Tyrande, that's going to be interesting. However, the blow-up potential from those hooks is very much so still there. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Once again, I think this is definitely a draft that I would feel could very much go either way. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to join you in a little bet there too. I think Azure Wings have got what it takes to bring this game back and take us to a game 3. I like you, Fizz, but not that much, dude. Here we go into game number 2. And we are going to be seeing Team Moon on the right-hand side in red. 1 up in the series thus far. Looking to try and close this one out with Proximo on the Dahaka, popping fresh on Junkrat. Yimmick playing the Johanna. Tarask on the Reyna, and Maladriel playing Deckard Cain. While on the left-hand side in blue, looking to try and come back into the series, we have got on Azure Wings Fizz playing Zeratul. Once again, Stitches on the Stitches. Celestina playing Tyrande. Buttnut swapping over to the Malthael here, while Jolla is piloting the Gul'dan. And both teams just exchanging a little bit of poke in the mid lane here initially, but I don't imagine anything major is going to come of this. Malthael, interestingly, already down in the bottom lane, and getting rotated on very heavily here. Not sure if he's going to be safe. Looks like he will just barely be able to get out, but it looks like Zeratul has gone up to keep Dahaka company in the top lane, with a bit of a game of tap you on the shoulder and then jump round to the other side. Hope you can't find me. But Dahaka's gonna be okay up here until Malthael makes the rotation up. Dahaka, using his essence, trying to survive, does have that pathing effect. So we'll be able to escape with the Dark Swarm there. Meanwhile, another early camp play here by Team Moon as they very early are turning their eyes to their own siege camp here on their side of the map, and we'll be able to pick it up. Azure Wings have also gone for that camp play, though they were a little bit behind, so they're going to have that also supporting the mid lane. They should be just fine. XP wise, both teams pretty even at this stage. Stitches just checking to see whether that bottom camp was underway by Moon. It is not, and neither team is going to make a play for that just yet. Wisely so, neither team wanting to actually take too much of a fight. Dahaka landing the drag onto Malthael there. Going to be kind of awkward for him. Malthael, of course, does have this sustain. He also has that percent damage, which is very good against bruiser heroes like the Dahaka here. But I just need to be careful. He's really got to win this lane, because in the later game, the global impact of the Malthael, sorry, of the Dahaka will potentially be very threatening around the objectives. So you've really got to get some value early on. Here comes, in fact, that global from Dahaka. Proximo burrowing in, lands the drag onto Stitches, and Stitches gets knocked back by the Junkrat mine, and that is going to be a very blocked in Stitches, and a very dead one at that. Reyna does take a big chunk of damage there, drops kind of low, but he's going to be just fine. So, nothing particularly unusual, I think, although interesting to see the Globe talent Hungry for More coming out. I think that's like get 60 globes is the cap on that quest, something like that. It's pretty insane. But here comes the team fight, and Yimmick on the Johanna, sort of forced out here, but does get away. Dahaka dropping very low. Junkrat mine does peel for Dahaka and going to allow them to disengage. But very even on the Guardians. Both teams around the 30 mark here. Proximo on the Dahaka though, very, very low. Deckard comes in with the healing. There's the hook, and it will secure the kill. That's the first blood for Azure Wings. Oh, so close on the objective though. Both teams trying to secure it, and Azure Wings will be able to get the first objective in their favor. Fizz on the Zeratul was extremely low, and Jolla is not looking too healthy either. But interestingly, Yimek ends up pulling the Punisher outside the wall and causing that jump. Now it looks like this disconnecting thing may be a Reyna problem, as once again Jimmy has left the Nexus. All right, Celestina, calm down. What are we even looking at? Oh, it's people on unicorns. Okay, there we go. Everybody gets a good look at people on unicorns. Right. So, going to be needing to wait for Tarask this time around to get back into the game. Let's have a quick another look at our talents. Interesting pick here from Reyna on level 4, grabbing the Behemoth armor. Looking to increase his maximum health. Pretty impactful if you can stack it up decently. Having extra max health will protect him from Zeratul being able to dive on him and close him down. But I think it's pretty hard to actually pretty hard to stack this one to a meaningful degree. But we shall see. Looks like we are going to be a few minutes here as we wait for our teams to get back in. Excuse me. So what else have we got? We've got a Momentum Mori. Oh, sorry, a Black Harvest. I mean, on 4 from Malthiel. I think that's non-standard these days, but definitely can be pretty impactful. I wonder if that means that we're likely to see the PC got peppered. Yes, it looks like. Or it's possibly full of daylight. So yeah, we've got Black Harvest coming in. I wonder whether that means we're going to see Tormented Souls as the heroic on Malthiel here at level 10. Anything else that we want to keep an eye on? No, everything else looks pretty standard. Not everybody's picked a level 7 yet, so still waiting on some of our players to lock that one in. But yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a wait here, it seems. I'm afraid, folks. So, since we're not doing anything, I was wondering in the draft whether... Okay, so Tyrael has been a pick by Team Moon Moon twice. But actually, Anubarak hasn't been... I mean, they picked it once, but only once. So I want to jump in Caster Lounge and co-caster with you right now whilst waiting. That is against the rules, Celestina. We're not allowed to cast our own teams, I'm afraid. Celestina, please concentrate on the game, says your teammate. Seems not entirely unreasonable. Just waiting for... okay, so it looks like we've got both the teams ready. We are going to jump right back on into the game But we're going to give our players a countdown and restart. Here we go. Punisher still applying pressure on the mid lane here. Jumping on over to Reyna, and Fizz on the Zeratul following up. Puts a lot of damage onto Reyna, but not quite enough to secure the kill there, unfortunately, for Wings. But they're looking to pressure the fort here, and jumping in now again. Oh, there's the hook onto Reyna. There's the follow-up stun by Turan. Can they secure the kill? They do. Gul'dan with some nice damage there, securing that one. Really well played. Now we do see Johanna rotating round, looking to try and flank in on Wings, but this is a 5v4 as Malthael has also come down. The hook just pixels away from connecting there by the looks of things to me. But Azure Wings, they're not done. They are just hard pushing in on the fort. The minions are down though, so they need to be careful. And now we do see Reyna back on the map as well. I was kicked by Cell 2 hours ago. Oh, right. Yeah. Yes. Well, we do see the camp being collected again. I have to say, Team Moon Moon doing a really good job paying attention to those camps, picking them up whenever they've got the space to do so, and also like actually just generating good spaces for themselves to do so. Really nice stunt, really nice work by them. Now we do see 19 globes now gathered by Stitches on Stitches, and that's going to give him a 5% movement speed increase, which is pretty interesting. And of course, you know, a decent chunk of additional max health. So, going to be pretty tanky as the game moves on for sure. But we'll have to see. That move speed may also come into play. We do have Gorge coming in. From Stitches, so Azure Wings doubling down on looking to try and do pick-off type plays here, with now having Hook, Gorge to actually, you know, move somebody a long way away from their team. Pretty sad. I didn't know what to think either. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. We do see that the bottom camp is now being contested, but it looks like Moon Moon not going to actually commit to that, even though they do have the Dahaka, so potentially have the option to burrow in and get the advantage on the camp. But they're playing a bit cautiously around that. Malthael now has rotated down to the mid lane, is clearing that, but Dahaka is already getting on and starting the shrine, whilst Team Moon Moon, they had a little bit more patience. They're actually willing to wait. They're going to let Azure Wings get to the top first, but they're going to have a camp pushing in the bottom lane, and that's going to provide them some decent pressure. Going to be forcing a response at some point from Azure Wings here. Now we do see Deckard and Junkrat have made the smart rotation, way out of the way. Zeratul was looking to try and catch something out, but not going to happen. There's the Gorge coming in onto Johanna. Actually, we see kind of possible. Oh, Malthael getting blown up there. Johanna almost escaping with Blessed Shield, but it's not quite enough. Ends up being a 1-for-1, but Hook, Gorge, and VP were all used there. Oh, Silence coming out, the isolation onto Gul'dan. That's a big deal as that shuts down a lot of what Azure Wings are trying to do. Fizz very low on Zeratul. Had to pull back. Gonna have to position more carefully. And Team Moon Moon have got now the advantage on the Shrine Guardians. Popping fresh under pressure from Zeratul here. And Zeratul with the port back, gonna actually secure the kill, but gonna trade for it. And 35 Guardians is gonna mean that this objective will go over to Team Moon, I'm fairly sure. 39, there's the 40. But will Azure Wings be able to make something happen here? No, it doesn't look like it. Johanna chasing onto Gul'dan. There's the Blessed Shield. The stun comes out, but Johanna does connect the Condemn. There's actually Jimmy. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Nice attempt there with the idea to gorge Jimmy behind the wall, but Gul'dan was really low, and you just brought a damage dealer right into his face. And then John Cena gonna confirm the kill onto Celestina as well. Unfortunate times for Azure Wings. They're only 5 kills against 6, so they've got nearly as many kills as their opponent, but they are now behind in XP, and that objective definitely, or that last team fight definitely looked very, very strong for Team Moon. We'll have to see what happens as the game progresses. Obviously, Zeratul does get a lot stronger as we get into the 16 and 20 stages of the game. So maybe Azure Wings, are just counting on that advantage. Gul'dan, this is not the place for you, my friend. Rip. The gorge onto Dahaka, though, that might secure a kill for Azure Wings here. The Junkrat mine peels, but I don't know if it's enough. Proximo now very low, and his essence has been used. I feel like maybe his team could have saved him there, but maybe they were after Fizz. I didn't actually catch that, but they do get the camp, but they lose Jimmy lose Dahaka in the process, and it's probably not worth it at this point. Zeratul going in, gets some damage. The stay a while gets interrupted. Nice hook there by Stitches, but looks like Azure Wings only had 3 members there. They throw down the what's it called? Starfall. They throw down the Starfall and pull back. So we're gonna see Moon continuing their 4-man marauding ways. They're now pushing in with this bottom camp, looking to try and get some pressure onto the fort, and going to be successful at least to some degree. Fort takes a big chunk of damage before Azure Wings are able to get in there, clean out those mercenaries. And yeah, I mean, I guess the lowest fort on the map is still the middle fort for Moon. So Azure Wings definitely not in too tough of a spot here. They have caught up most of the XP gap as this next objective comes through in just a few moments. But they need to find a way to actually come out on top of some of these team fights. And if if that's a hook play, then then make the hook play. But the team, I feel like the team needs to be on the same page, which maybe they're not consistently being so, or what have you. Johanna going in with a big condemn there. Here comes the Riptire dropping Buttnut and Celestina very, very low. Ends up being a 2-for-1 there as Johanna does go down, but Zeratul in trouble. Big VP. And actually Stitches securing the kill onto Jimmy there, but Gul'dan goes down. Ends up being a 3-for-2 in favor of Team Moon. Definitely not something that Azure Wings could really afford here. Oh, there's the long hook. But I feel like that may just be a dead Stitches. Drag coming in from Dahaka. Nope. Nope. Stitches just doesn't give an F. It's going back in on very low HP. But 36 Guardians, 39. That's going to be the objective secured by Team Moon Moon once again. This is a god. What a guy. Yeah, making some plays for sure. Making some plays, but this objective nonetheless will go over to Team Moon Moon. And Yimek returning to the brawl here. Going to be pushing in with the Punisher. They get the fort very comfortably as the fort was already damaged. Interestingly, Reyna and Dahaka not looking to link up with the team. And so it's just a 3-man push with this Punisher. Nice CC onto Yimek's Johanna there. But going to be just fine as the Punisher did leap over. Is now being burst down by Gul'dan just as quick as he can. Oh, big hook, but it's Johanna again, so Johanna's going to be just fine. But the fort goes down, but the keep does. Oh, whoopsie. Did not catch that. We do see Zeratul falling here, and that is very unfortunate for Azure Wings. Oh, nice hook though. Going to secure a counter kill. The Riptire does a lot of damage, but doesn't actually finish anybody off. So 1 for 1 here. But with the fort having gone down, that does mean pressure in the bottom lane with the new mechanics of periodic catapult spawns. And I mean, we can in fact see that effect right here as the keep is already taken. You know, a chunk of damage. And we're going to see level 20 here in any second for Team Moon Moon. Nice interactive chat, by the way. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Stitch is playing like he does in Call of Duty. His name is Buttnut. His name is Buttnut, Mac. That is correct. Yes. We do see another play coming in here from Team Moon Moon. Once again in the late game, they are just grouping up and pushing forts anytime they see an opportunity. They get the top fort down here. That's really nice for them. Another lane now where they're going to have some catapult pressure coming in. Fizz sharking around looking for something, but not going to be able to get it. Now we have the level 20s here for both teams. Azure Wings really need to look to make a quick rotation here, because if they give up free damage on this keep, that is very bad news for them. Stitches gets there, throws out the hook, but Moon Moon already on the retreat, actually making the rotation up to mid lane, so more of a side treat than a retreat. But they're going to start putting pressure onto mid fort. Hook comes out. Oh, that must have been super close. That looked like it connected to me. Interesting note, we do have Last Rites, even though it's Black Harvest. But we've also got Momentum Mori. So as Black Harvest finishes, which is very, very soon, I think the next time Malthael gets an auto attack onto a hero, that will do it. Well, where are we? Let's have a look. I mean, Azure Wings have out-soaked their opponents in this game. Here comes a fight, though. Horrify comes out. There's a huge stairwell. Big isolation as well coming out from Dahaka. There's the Riptire. Malthael falls. Zeratul very, very low. Desperately trying to get away. Banshee chasing him down. Gonna secure that kill. Stitches comes in with a hook and a gorge onto Dahaka, but I don't know that that's... I mean, it's not going to secure the kill by the looks of things, and even if it did secure the kill, they are still losing this objective. There is now going to be a... we are going to be having a Punisher now pushing into the mid lane. This fort is exposed. It's fairly healthy, but as we see, the Punisher, 20 minutes into the game, that guy does some work. And here he comes with the follow-up. I think we've seen a lot of really good attempts on those hooks. Wow, I don't know what... Oh, the Gul'dan got hit by Junkrat Mine. That was so brutal. He suddenly got displaced outside the gate and blown up. And with Zeratul not having yet respawned, this is bad news for Azure Wings. The keep will fall for sure. Whether they can pressure the core, I'm not sure. There comes the Starfall. Actually, I think we just saw the isolation come out from Dahaka and not connect. So that is at least good news for Azure Wings. There comes the Riptide. Core is dropping already, 40%. This is going to be it. Good game, well played. No, the core defense. No, the Punisher does go down. But Team Moon are able to secure the win in Game 2. Really good game, well played by both the teams. But in the end, Team Moon once again, to my mind, able to show dominance in the late game here. And with late game team fighting and late game rotations, able to secure a 2-0 victory over on Azure Wings. Let's see if we can have a chat while my voice is still holding out. Let's jump into a chat with some members of Team Moon. Let's use Match Lounge A since the interview room is already in use. I was about to say who was in the interview room, but then I realised, of course, that might be a spoiler for people that haven't had a chance to watch the other cast but are interested. We're going to jump into to an interview here with Team Moon. Hello and congratulations, Proxima. How are you feeling?
Hello. Feeling really good. We're really happy that we won that match.
Awesome. Well, it was a good match from my point of view. I think although you won it 2-0, the games didn't feel like they were walkovers. I think they were fairly close games.
Yeah, I agree. Like the games were pretty entertaining, I'd say. It was pretty cool to play.
Indeed. So sorry, I'm on my own here, so I'm having to try and cover everything at once. So game one, you guys went into Volskaya Foundry. I'm going to ask: was the plan always Judgment?
Yes.
Okay. So you went into that draft going, we're just going to go with a very aggressive dive and blow up style composition then.
Yeah, the idea is to try to play as aggressive as you can and use the Alex Dragon to stall out the fights so we get the ults back.
Mm-hmm. Well, it certainly worked. I mean, I think the game went a little bit back and forth in the early game, but once we got into the mid and late stages of the game, it felt like you were able to rotate and find points that you could put pressure on the opponents. What's your sort of history as a team? Because I'm not familiar with you guys as a team. Have you been together a long time? Because it felt like you had a lot of synergy between the members of the team.
So last season, 4 of us played on Massive Anger Disorder.
Right.
Yeah. And this season we made our own team. So we practiced a lot. Like we usually just play team league or quick match or run ranked or
Mhm.
something together. So we get we know each other pretty well. So the synergy is there.
Awesome. And I've got to ask, do you have like a macro shot caller? Because I felt like you made some really decisive plays, just taking structures in the late game, when you saw the enemy team on the other side of the map or whatever, and you were able to just get free forts at several points. How does that work in your team?
So in our team, the shot callers are me and Nimek. We kind of like split it up evenly with
Hmm.
shot calling. We just like what we see we usually do. But on the second game, the fort calls were mostly Yimek's.
Well, props to
He's
him
pretty
then.
good on the macro game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm impressed because there was some really good decisive plays by you guys in those games, which is always great to see. So obviously you guys have come in, as you say, you did play in Heroes Lounge before, but in under a different banner. What are your thoughts on this season? What's your expectations of yourselves as a team? What's your hopes and dreams? Talk to me.
So we started this season like just we're gonna try to play and have fun. We didn't really set our goals, so that still stands. But
Hmm.
currently, since we are undefeated on the maps and we won all our matches, we're feeling pretty confident to making the top 8 for the playoffs.
Very good, very good. Yes, of course, and that has recently been announced. The new playoff structure. So anybody that's part of Heroes Lounge and is not aware of that should definitely have a look at that blog article, because top 8 players of every division now will, or sorry, top 8 teams of every division will now be getting through to the playoffs. So more space to qualify in the lower divisions than there has been in previous seasons. So yeah, excited to hear that you've got your eyes set on that. I definitely think based on what we've seen from you here tonight, you've got a good shot. So I'll be keeping an eye.
Thank you very much.
So I've been talking for a lot of hours now. So I'm going to wrap this up fairly shortly. But before I do, any comments, questions, thoughts, plugs, shout outs, anything you want to say really at all before we let you go?
Okay, shout outs to my team, they did great. Shout outs to the enemy team, which we scrimmed before we knew we were gonna play against each other. So that was kind of fun. They're all great guys, and we play quick match and team league together. Quick match to Mala, she's my girlfriend, she's sitting next to me. Shout out to Popin's wife, which is watching all the games and has been a great support.
Awesome.
And shout out to you. Thank you for casting our game.
Absolute pleasure. Well, if you're going to put on games like that, I'll turn up more often. Okay, well, fantastic. Congratulations. Thank you for joining us for a few words tonight.
Thank you once again.
And good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you, and see ya.
Okay, folks. Well, it's been a long day, but it's been a good one. We've done a bunch of streaming. We've also done, of course, a couple of Heroes Lounge casts this evening, which I hope you've all enjoyed. I will, as always, be back tomorrow afternoon with another stream. We're going to be playing some Magic the Gathering, I think, tomorrow. But of course, we'll be back with more Heroes of the Storm, Heroes Lounge casts in the near future as well. So keep your eyes open for that. Yeah, I think that's everything I've got to say. I keep wanting to pass it over to the co-caster to say their bit, but feels bad, man. Forever alone for reals. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming in, hanging out, chatting, making it so much more interesting and fun to stream these games. Do appreciate the support from everybody. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic evening. And of course, as always, I hope to see you all again very, very soon.